is still in breast cancer month. So this opening is for all the breast cancer survivors and those who have transitioned on. Salute to my Libras as we get ready to shift out of Libra season. Man. What I'm doing, and it may not make sense to many, what I'm about to say, but a few gonna get it. What I'm doing, you have to be able to pull from the past, the present, and the future. And translate it in your right now. I am, I feel, I do, I love, I speak, I see, and I know. Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. I got so many topics written down. I'm just trying to regulate how I'm about to navigate it. This shit ain't easy as it appears. And it ain't easy as some of us are able to make it. And I ain't talking about those who are faking. I'm talking about those of us who actually put in the work. And people not neither. Now, if you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. But that's why we need to be called out when and wherever necessary. And in saying that, came a reflection of the type of mother I had. You know, I had the type of mom that wherever you show your ass out at, that's where she's gonna check. That's where she's gonna check you at. You know, and I ain't talking about recklessly or ratchetly, but she's gonna make you aware in the presence of whoever present that you know you was wrong and that they're aware that she making you know that you was wrong at the same time. Now, if you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. I don't know what type of mamas some of y'all came from, but my wisdom a lot of it come from the type of mother that I had. So my mother has transitioned, so I want to send some love and light and honor to her too, and anybody else who have transitioned, and the rest of the ancestors who have transitioned. Love and light to them too. Shadow work. When it comes to shadow work deal with how you gonna train your mind. Shadow work deal with how you gonna train your body. Because spirituality do affect the physicality. Shadow work deal with how you gonna energize your spirit so you can raise your soul. And that was a 2-in-1. And shadow work deal with how you're gonna use your voice. Why is that important and why do I say that? Because no matter what you do, no matter what you sacrifice, no matter what you give, no matter what you express, everybody ain't gonna get it. But what's important about everybody not getting it is what do we learn from that? Because either we the ones not getting it or we the ones that's dealing with those that's not getting it. Now, I don't know who I'm speaking to, but whoever this resonate with, you're gonna have to figure out what side you on, because I did too. And I say that because I guess I had to have wings on my back or some shit like that. you know, for people to believe who I said I was. And even though I laugh, there's nothing funny about it. And a lot of times, especially depending on how early we spiritually come online or what things happen in our life that impact or affect us in a way that we spiritually come online. See, because a lot of us was activated before spirituality was even a term of expression in commonplace. It was spirituality was only a term in certain circles, sects, and organizations. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. But those that know. And outside of that, all we had was religion. Now, whatever that may mean to you, because we have all been affected by tradition. What those before us had studied, practiced, worship, and all so forth and so on. And in that, we either doing the same things or we either stripped away from all that and restructured, refoundated, reorganized, and rebuilt the own mechanics of our belief systems. The world is in my mind. You're going to have to decide the same thing. But in the event of what I was just expression was systematically suppressed. So when it comes to expressing how we feel from the raw and honest place that we feeling it, a lot of us don't know how to do that. So we've been, in other words, we end up people pleasing. And that's not a bad thing. All of us have been under that program. All of us have been programmed under that program. You know, all of us have been spelled by that spell. And I'm speaking to what I'm speaking to, so we don't have to stay stuck there, or we don't be victim of manipulators who are aware of that spell and make use of it. See, I'm gonna say a lot of things that gonna make us look at the people, places, and things in our life with a whole nother lens. But I'm just saying that to say suppressing expression will have you blowing the fuse when you least expect it. That's why what I'm saying is important. See, suppressing expression will have you blowing the fuse when you least expect it. And I don't know some of y'all's story. They don't know what some of y'all been through. Just like if you don't know me personally, you don't know my story or what I've been through or who I was in the places that I had, that I was anybody, if anybody at all. But I know what it's like to be what's known as a stuffer. And a lot of times in this day and time when stuffers are being created, because stuffers are not made, stuffers are created. And what a stuffer is an individual that suppresses everything they feel based on what the outer environment is doing, has done, has influenced, or affected them with, because there's nobody to express it to in the external reality. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. See, these are certain kind of people, and a lot of times, these type of events, for those of us who ain't just waking up, led those of us that I'm speaking to into spirituality a long time ago, before spirituality was a popular word. Before, it had us doing shadow work before shadow work was a popular word. Inner development before inner development was a popular word. And if I be honest, that ain't what we know we was doing at the time that we was doing it. while we was experiencing what we was experiencing, needed for the self-development of our personal mastery, so we could be a more higher vibrating impact and means of divine expression to others. We learned, some of us learned on the way. See, I ain't, me personally, I ain't never paid for initiation to be taught anything from anyone, but I learned a lot of things from a lot of people that was qualified instructors in different things, in different modalities. And they ain't saying that to throw shade on people who have sat under initiations of other people, But I am saying that due to the fact that I know a lot of times our initiators, based on what they see in our energetic imprint and according to the gifts that come with our energy signatures, they don't always mean our best good. So we have to use discernment and exercise our intuition, using our own intuition. So depending on our type of upbringings we had and how we processed the things that we had to process through the experiences that we was having, knowledge, wisdom, and a deeper kind of understanding of life was developed, as well as how our human psyche, the deeper things, the hidden things in how our human psyche operate within this thing we call life. I ain't wanna. I got a lot of things, but I ain't gonna take it too far. But I will say this: dark nights of the soul. For anybody going through a dark night of the soul right now, I'm glad to say this: dark nights of the soul just don't show you about yourself. It show you about it show you about everybody else you energetically connected to too. And a lot of times when this is taking place, it can cause emotional turbulence. It can cause mental turbulence, because when the dark night of the soul is effectively, or you using your dark night of the soul to effectively shed light on yourself, a lot of times we don't like what it's seeing, what we're being shown, what we're seeing about what we're being shown concerning the things we're being shown, what we're being shown about. It's not tongue twisting, it just sounds like it. I'm trying to keep up with what's going on in my own mind. But dark nights of the soul just don't show you about you. It show you about others too. And I reiterated that again because I have to remind myself. It's one of the reasons that I love light work, because in loving light work, I had to learn to love shadow work. Even though I ain't like what my shadow showed me. I ain't like all the things, the nasty things that could be within us, that we'll never tell nobody about. But one thing that made me who I am is my ability to address things about myself that only I can address myself about. Not because I'm the only one who could address myself about, but most times we don't have that type of person or people around us who are brutally honest with themselves to be that type of voice to us. So we have to become it ourselves. And then becoming it ourselves, it just becomes an obligation to become that same thing amongst the others who are close in connection with us. And through that, we get to see who's who, what's what, and determine what it's going to be. Healing in truth. Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. I just heard that. Heal them in truth. Heal them in truth. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to help us heal in truth. At least as I see it. And it ain't going to be for everybody. But for those who will resonate with, you're going to know when you hear it, when you feel it, and when you see it, or however your gifts operate with what are emanating, you're going to know. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the shares, thanks for the unlikes, thanks for the subscribes, thanks for those of you who unsubscribe. I may say something you don't like. Thanks for you who come on and you hear something that you like and you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, I appreciate you too. Thanks for the passerbys and peekaboos. Thanks for being you and allowing me to be me. I am Sawu. I love y'all, family. Stay up.